a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Oh, goodness. Dr. Grable, do we have any changes tonight?
The only thing is just a tweak on under personnel, under new hires, under A, Jordan Maggart. It's actually elementary special ed aid, not pre-K aid.
Oh, okay.
So that's the only thing.
Okay.
She started out as pre-K, but decided to switch to special ed. So
we're
she's actually special ed.
All right, perfect. I'll go ahead and open the budget adoption hearing. So we'll just start down the list here. A, approval of the bus replacement plan.
You have in your packet the bus replacement plan. We have to submit a bus replacement plan as part of the approval process. That doesn't necessarily mean we purchase all the buses listed in the plan. We just have to have a plan. Generally speaking, in the past we have. With the changes moving forward with Senate Bill 1, that doesn't necessarily mean moving forward that will be the case. We'll have to really examine that as we figure out the impact of Senate Bill or Senate Enrollment Act 1. So typically we've bought 2 buses each year. Once buses hit 12 years old, you're supposed to replace them, or they kicks in a second inspection by the state police, type of a thing. So we've typically done that, or you get into, obviously they start to nickel diamond you with, new transmissions and this and that, and but again, we'll have to kind of monitor that with the impact of Senate Enrollment Act 1. So on whether we will continue to be able to replace buses at the same rate we've done in the past, just because of the price of buses. So again, we'll recommend approval of the plan.
Do I have a motion to approve the bus replacement plan?
I make a motion to approve the bus replacement plan.
Second that.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Bus replacement plan approved. Approval of the CPF plan.
Same thing, you're required to have a plan for capital projects. Each year is kind of a rolling plan. Some of the things that are on there are things that you are high priority things that will get done in the near future. Other things are more wish list type of things that you keep on there that you want to do in the future. So again, you have to have that plan in place. So we recommend recommend approval of the plan.
I'll make a motion that we approve of the CPF plan.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes. On to item C, approval of the Education Fund and Operations Fund monthly cash transfer resolution.
This is an annual piece. When they redid the budgets, got rid of the old general fund, they moved some items from general fund to operations, the office of superintendent, maintenance, custodial, some utilities and those types of things. But because the money still goes into now education, which used to be general fund, they allow you to transfer up to 15% to operations to continue to pay for those things, like the old general fund. So we do the annual request to transfer up to that 15% or $900,000 a year. We don't always transfer that full amount at times to help with the education account. So again, recommend approval.
I make a motion to approve the Education Fund and Operations Fund monthly cash transfer resolution.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes. Item D, approval of the reduction of debt services, rainy day, education, and operations appropriation resolution.
This is just a resolution to reduce appropriations in this year's budget that we don't need to spend to help next year's budget. So recommend approval.
I'll make a motion that we approve the reduction of the debt service, rainy day, education, and operational appropriation resolution.
Second. Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes. On to item E, approval of the Adjust 2025-26 appropriations resolution.
This is an annual piece. Basically what this does is, once the budget's approved, it goes on to the DLGF, and the DLGF is going to make changes to the budget that gets approved tonight. So what this resolution does is, once the DLGF makes those changes to the approved budget, it gives Lori and I approval to then make adjustments based on the DLGF changes to make it work. So it just gives us that authority to make the budget work depending on what the DLGF does to it. So recommend approval of that resolution.
I'll make a motion to approve and adjust the 2025-2026 appropriations resolution.
I second that.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Item passes. On to item F, approval of the issue tax anticipation resolution.
This is an annual request just in case property tax revenue were to come in too slowly. School corporations could do a tax anticipation warrant to get some of that money into operations as that money trickles in. We've never had to do that. We've not ever done that. But if you don't do the resolution, then you can't do that, just in case. So this is a what if type of a scenario. So we always do that just in case. Again, we've never had to do it, but we do it just in case. So recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve the issue tax anticipation resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes. On to item G, adoption of the 2026 Pioneer Regional School Corporation budget.
You have the Form 3, in your packet. That's basically is the budget, the advertised budget. Total up $13,000,004 total. $7 million in education, $4 million, a little over $4 million in operations, and 1.4 debt service, and so on. And you see the levies and rates associated with those. So that's the budget estimate. Again, that we're recommending approval of. Again, the DLGF will make changes to that, and then we'll adjust to the DLGF changes. So.
What's budget form 4? That's in here too.
Budget form 4 is also in there.
That's what it is. It's the budget form for
Well, yeah, that's what you approved. The budget form 3, it's the same thing, but that's what taxpayers see.
Yeah.
That's what gets advertised.
I figured that's what it was, but I thought we better make clear.
Yeah. Thank you. So recommend approval.
I make a motion that we adoption of the 2026 Pioneer Regional School Corporation budget.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes. Patron comments, Lori?
We do not have
All
any.
right, there we go. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda tonight as amended?
I'll make a motion, we approve the agenda as amended.
I second that.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda is approved. Woo-hoo! Right. On to 8, action items. Approval of the September 9th, 2025 board meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve the September 9th, 2025 board meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I can't remember. Was somebody not here?
Yes.
Is that why it's separate?
I believe so.
What?
Was it you?
Me? I wasn't here.
You wasn't
I
here.
need
Right.
to abstain. I was on I guess I was not here. So all those in favor, aye, you said that, approved, and then abstentions, me, I abstained, so you 3 approved. Very good, correct. Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't here.
Yeah, Brad ran a very good meeting.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot smoother than this one.
Hey, you can take over the hot seat. Approval, on to item B, approval of the September 9th, 2025 executive session minutes.
Make a motion to approve the September 9th, 2025 executive session minutes.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Aye. Approved. On to item D, approval of the September 29th special board meeting minutes.
Make a motion that we approve the September 29th, 2025 special board meeting minutes.
Second.
Moved and seconded. I was here. Yes, I was here.
budget
Yes,
hearing.
yeah, I was here.
Everybody was here.
Yep.
Rochelle.
I wasn't here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Thank you. Then special board meeting minutes approved. On to approval of donations. We have the following donations to approve tonight. PMMI Education and Training Foundation, $500 for the high school club. What's the high school club? The HS club.
I do not know.
Okay.
One of the clubs at the high school. I don't know
All right.
specifically which one. Or just
Harvey Technology
them.
and Consulting LLC, $234.87 for pizza at elementary school family literacy night. Bring Change to Mind, $150 for Bring Change to Mind Club. Cheryl Lynn Welter Family Charitable, $500 for supplies in Ms. Rice's special ed classroom. Cheryl N. Welter Family Charitable Foundation, $600 for high school special ed and $600 for the high school library. PRS, the PTO, $250 for elementary school staff lunch from Poblanos. PTO, $375 for 4th grade field trip to Prophetstown State Park. The PTO, $260 for 3rd grade field trip to Dall's Tree Farm. Donors choose $19 of school snacks for Mrs. Center's classroom. Christian Mothers of St. Joseph Church Pulaski, $250 clothing donation for the elementary school. Do I have a motion to approve the donations listed?
I make a motion to approve the donations as listed.
Second that.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes. On to discussion and facilities reports.
All right. Again, this year for our teachers, the focus is check for understanding and using data to drive and modify instruction. I want to provide a lot of praise for our teachers and our staff because they put in a lot of work this first 9 weeks. They were exhausted. Friday, you could tell, just mentally exhausted. But through going curriculum mapping, the conferences, meetings, a lot of people have gone to trainings. They've just done a fantastic job. So, we have a teacher representative here. I'm sure she can attest to the amount of work that everyone's put in, but they're doing a great job. Staff of the month this year has been Brian Swartzels, done a fantastic job keeping our building safe, and Stacy Williams doing a great job with the cafeteria with all the changes that have been going on in there. Panthers of the month, pre-K is Layla Harmon, kindergarten is Ensley Army, 1st grade Delaney Jazz Mantis, 2nd grade Gwendolyn Torres, 3rd grade Easton Klein, 4th grade is Sailor Cates, 5th grade Caroline Schaefer, 6th grade Ava Morock. These students get special recognition at our monthly assembly. They also receive special perks, so they get like a free slushie, they get to eat with a friend in our special area in the cafeteria, line leader, a couple other things that they get, recognizing the behavior. Sheriff Schwartz continues to provide high-ability interventions on Wednesdays. We've done a plant unit. They gave me a slide that I don't think they were finished with it, but they turned it in anyway. They were doing a project that emulated something that's going on in NASA. NASA believes that there have been lava tunnels within that were formed millions of years ago, and scientists think they can use those to grow plants by reflecting light from the sun into those tunnels and eventually put people on the moon. So what Sarah has done is recreated that. They had a box, students made a box with different tunnels in it, and they were reflecting growth lights in to grow bean seeds. And so they were successful doing that. So they got some roots and some little buds and everything, so it looked pretty good. So that's just one example of something that she's doing there. Our leadership team, Coalition Guide, they've really been focusing on making sure everything is unified from top down. One of our big projects this year is to come up with a standards-based report card. I have an example of a first grade and a kindergarten one that is finished. I'll give to you at the end of our board meeting so you can take a look at that. Let's see, attended evaluation workshop with the administration team. That was very helpful, beneficial. New landscaping is out at the building. If you've had a chance, come by and check the landscaping out front, as well as the courtyard is finally almost done. There's some more rock that needs to be put in, but it doesn't look like a jungle anymore. Literacy night, we had a huge turnout, probably twice as many people as last year, so that was a big success. Grandparents' Day, we served over 900 meals, so it was a little chaotic in the cafeteria. We've got a couple changes to hopefully help streamline that, but it was a wonderful experience. Had no complaints this year from grandparents. They seemed to really enjoy it. We did our fun run, which is our annual fundraiser. Last year we raised $8,000. This year we raised $10,500. That money goes to special projects at the school, new equipment, that sort of thing to help out the building. Let's see, 5th and 6th grade band and choir is now in the portable, so they have a permanent location, so they're not sharing spaces. And that means our interventionists are servicing kids inside the building, so they're not going inside and outside unsupervised, having a chance of getting locked out of the building. So that's taken care of. Boys and Girls Club has started. It seems to be going pretty well. They have, I think, 13 kids signed up. On average, there's about 8 or 9 that attend every day. Kind of goes in depending on the day. Elementary athletics, volleyball finished up. 5th grade was 6-1 in their season, and 6th grade finished 16-4. They were HNAC runner-up, and they were the Dunes tourney champions. And then some upcoming events this month. It's R.L. Stein is our author of the month on October 22nd and October 31st. There's going to be a guest reader into the library where we have a decorated kind of spooky theme. Kids will get to come in and hear our guest read from the R.L. Stein books. School Smiles Dental Program will be here on the 22nd, and our Halloween parties on the 31st. Any questions that you have overall?
The Grandparents' Day. I don't know who them was that had the blonde hair, but playing the guitar, but
I don't know. We didn't have very good security. It's just let somebody in there.
Very well done. Teachers, I know that's a lot of work for you guys to do. But them kids, they're well disciplined on what they do. And I was impressed. And they all perform really well, especially when we get that many together to do that in there. I mean, yeah, it gets kind of chaotic, but a little bit, but it's a lot of people there too. So that's a good program. Thank you. Thank the teachers too, everybody.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't do a whole lot. It was my first year participating because I was 2nd grade for 10 years. This was my first year and 3rd, so I got to see everything. But it's really like the committee, which I think is like at least 5 or 6
Well, we
people.
appreciate it.
But
What
yeah,
they do.
us teachers are just kind of there, like helping out, I guess.
It's kind of an all hands on deck, even maintenance over parking and helping parking and everything. So it's a big day. Jeff, is that it?
Yes.
Jeff couldn't be here. He emailed me a list here. So for safe and nurturing learning environment, they had Alice refresher training with Brian on the e-learning day this past Friday for a portion of that day, an hour or so, hour or two. They continue with Panther Time each month to discuss TBRI lessons with the students. On October 24th, the lesson was listening. November 21st was how our choices affect our future. December 12th will be consequences. January 30th, empathy. February 20th, focus. March 29th, managing shame and embarrassment. April 24th, with respect. Our coach, Jesse, will be back in the building doing in-person coaching at the high school on October 28th. He's back next week at the elementary? I think, is it next week?
22nd, yeah.
22nd, next Wednesday at the elementary doing coaching. In literacy, they were mapping on the Indiana State Standards, October 10th in the afternoon. Got a consultant working, mapping specialist working with Betsy, working with some of the teachers. and enriching students, and a program to help schedule interventions for students during activity period, mastery of academic standards. We're looking at iLearn data from Checkpoint 1 for interventions, and also the mapping, working on the mapping, curriculum mapping. Service learning, that inside concession stand run by the juniors, cleaning after the games by freshmen and sophomores, and of course they had the big Live United Day last month. College, career, and life readiness, we have 3 tomorrow's teachers, and 15 students participating in internships, and colleges and local businesses. Extracurricular excellence, Dane Bowditch was the HNAC cross-country champion, and volleyball was the regular season HNAC champion. So congratulations to all those. District, something I forgot, we received some grants. There was some additional county dollars. We received an email from Christy Householder about some additional county dollars that were potentially available, ag-related dollars. So we quickly pulled together a couple of proposals. Julie Ziegler helped, and it all got approved. It was I forget quite a bit. She asked for quite a bit, got approved for supplies for the greenhouse to do projects inside the greenhouse, and then we got an additional $50,000 for construction of the greenhouse. All approved. So,
And I'll just remark, because I was at that meeting for another reason.
Oh, were you?
And Just presentation was spot on, hit every mark.
Yep.
Logansport did not submit anything. Lewis Cass submitted something, but it was very little. As much, I mean, dollar amount.
Yeah, Julie and I couldn't be there, so Jeff went for us. So yeah,
it was a home run.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, so yeah, it was great news. So yeah, greenhouse is getting there. Shepler's supposed to come back and finish the controls inside. And maintenance is finishing the other parts, the sprinkler system and the tables, and then the stone out front, and then it's ready to go then. There's a little bit of tweaking on the door going from the greenhouse into the classroom, but I mean, it's functional. It's just some tweaking around the frame that needs to be done. Jason will need to come back and do it. But other than that, it's getting close. That valve project, that's completely done.
I've seen that.
Yeah, completely done. He even got it filled and backfilled with water and working. And now they had to come back. It was leaking. They had to come back and make some tweaks to it, but it's now working fine and ready to go. So this week will be a big week, finishing up some of the projects, the mulch on the playground at the elementary, and a couple other things. So. Should be a big week for some projects.
Did they get the rock in there, or did you say they didn't have any rock right there by the side of the school there, the elementary?
They've ordered it. Checking. Krista was checking Thursday. Hadn't heard anything yet. But
That was a very good year for planting them plants, and then the dry it's been.
Yeah,
I know you guys been watering and all that, but
the ones outside of the building are doing okay. The ones in the courtyard, I think that ground is just so torn up. I think it needed some fertilizer and something else, but we'll see how it lasts in the winter.
I know they were going to focus on the mulch first, and then if they had time, then they were going to try to get some stone done, is what the last conversation I had with Kenny, but I don't know. As far as ordering or getting it in, I don't know. So.
I was thinking he picked it up last Friday.
Stone?
Yeah, he was supposed to.
I hadn't heard.
And then the girls' leadership, they bought half of it.
So they also have the stone for outside of the greenhouse too, that they've got to get and put down too. So.
Lori, do you have anything?
No.
Anything from anybody or Mr. Cox?
I can report that Tremco and WTI have signed off. We're still waiting for PSI, but we have their check, so I guess we're done.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just waiting on their signature.
They sent their money, but they haven't signed the
They didn't
agreement.
sign the agreement, okay. Alright. Anything, anybody on the board? No? Alright, meeting adjourned, have a safe trip home.
Now, how, do we show him as the late Alex, or?
Yeah, he probably should.
I don't know, I already wrote my notes for next month that he was
I
here.
was in the fields.
I just put
Oh my God.
arrived at 6:20.
Okay, that's fine.
That's for tip,
I'm
that's
sorry.
the.
That's okay.
budget stuff.
It has been.
You're still on
Yeah.
the 6:30.
You said
I honestly, yes, I was in a coma. I thought, well, I got till
Hey.
6:30, and my wife texted me. She's like, "You're going to be late."